Good morning. Happy Friday.
Wow. Let him clear his throat
think
a little bit here.
I think my testicles just dropped. My voice is changing.
It's about time.
It's like terrible.
You are a sick man.
Yeah.
Like super sick man.
That was just odd that my voice is changing. But I am very thankful I am here.
I'm very thankful his voice is changing.
Christie's walking around the house this morning and she's like, last night we should have had all the windows open because it is so cool and fresh this morning. Just like that.
It sounded like a lot like that.
It was very scary.
Good morning, Jolene.
So she opened up all the windows and it's not cool. So we have AC on. Happy Friday. Good morning, fellow Bucerians.
Travis and Edgar are in Puebla. I want to go to Puebla.
Oh, Travis and Edgar are the luckiest people in the world, and you're not going to Dallas.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Not now. Because you want to be in Puebla.
I want to do both, and I can.
So we're going to try something different today. We're not going to talk about the C word right now. But we will talk about the T word, which is Christie.
Tacos?
That's on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Fridays.
But don't say that because we're not going to be sampling tacos for everybody on Fridays.
No, on Tuesdays. No, it's not. It's not Taco Friday.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to open this up. So don't talk to me because obviously this morning I can't do two things at once.
Normally she's like, I'm a woman. I can do many things at once. Just watch me. So yeah, good morning, Kira. And she doesn't even do any of them good. She's just like,
that hurt.
Good morning, Kevin.
That was harsh.
Wow. So what does the T stand
Tequila.
for? There you go.
Good morning, Jolene, and good morning, Sheila.
We found
Sheila Tequila. Did you know that, Sheila?
That's craziness.
It rhymes.
It rhymes. Sheila and tequila do rhyme. So if you're writing songs and you're looking for a good word to rhyme with tequila.
Or Sheila.
Then you know. Jeff says, you do the list thing very well, John. Thanks. Okay, so we need your help.
Money for the jar, Christie, Jolene said.
We need your help because we're going to try. We watched this great channel yesterday, and the guy's called like the unemployed wine guy sommelier, something like that. Very funny guy.
I love it, she said.
We have no writers, no writing, because this is live and off the cusp, and
cuff.
It's just cuff. Cusp?
No, cuff.
I don't know.
It's off the cuff.
If we had a writer, I would know because I could read it. But so we're going to try one of two different types of tequila. You're going to tell us what we're doing, and I don't think we're going to swallow. You might swallow. I don't know if I will. It's kind of early in the morning, but maybe I will. I don't know. So we have the Trace Generations.
Have you ever seen me spit out tequila unless it was like $5 tequila? You have not.
This is the Añejo Cristalino. Oh, wait a second.
They're both Añejos.
They're both Añejos. Maybe we do need to try both. So these are both Añejos.
What we can do is share a sip. Of each of these.
Yeah, and they're both 100% pure de agave. And we want to start sharing some of the things that we have that Christie likes.
Sharing them like virtually.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because this is tequila, so I'm not going to share it too much.
I'm not a tequila guy. I don't even know.
Do we need a knife to open these?
I might. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are both Añejos. So we will give both of these a try.
Neither of these have been opened.
No, I know.
These are the ones we bought when we went last time.
This is with the color. This is without the color. They're the same aged. So they've been aged in barrels for a minimum of 2 years because in an añejo, that's what it is. These are the glasses we will be using because Christie has fancy glasses.
Those were a gift.
If you understood and knew how many glasses we have.
Of all different shapes.
Yeah, up there is probably 50, 75, maybe even more. But that's just a teeny portion of all the glasses because we have boxes of them. No, we do have boxes.
No, we don't. I got rid of all the boxes. The glasses I don't use, they're no longer in my...
So, here we go. This is the clear.
You're not supposed to touch it with your nose. That's gross.
I'm not touching it with my nose. I'm touching it with my mustache.
Okay, so
it's a weak flavor. It really
smell?
is. A smell, sorry.
So we literally are doing a tiny one that we will share. And it makes it look bigger in the TV than it does on here.
So look at this. Even the lids are two different colors.
Yeah.
So this would be the light one, and this would be the dark one. Now, some of you may be saying, but John and Christy, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. Why are you doing this? And it's like, oh, that may be too much.
Oh, that's a lot. That's is all I poured.
Yeah, okay. You should have poured that one too.
Apparently. John is not a good pourer. That's why I make him measure a drink when he goes to pour it.
Because if Christy's had a lot of alcohol, she's way more fun. So yeah, that's the problem with her. If she has a little bit of alcohol, she's just an angry person. If she's got a lot, she get nicer, softer around the edges.
It is not true.
A little more.
I'm never nice.
That's kind of true.
Okay, so
we're going to try
the Cristalino.
No, I think we should try this because this is the traditional añejo.
I know, but
so then I think we should go with this to try and say, okay, what's different
like
about
watching Sesame Street light, dark.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the darker stuff. So you can smell it first of all. Now we don't have a snifter, which maybe we should have because then we could smell.
Tequila doesn't go in a snifter. That's why.
But you can smell it. This is
a traditional tequila, tequilera.
Añejo, you do not put in margaritas, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's more of a sipping tequila, and it's Trace Generations, so it's a decent brand. Yeah. It's made by the same people who make Salsa, which make our favoritist tequila, which we will try. It's going to be the Salsa XA, just not today.
Yeah, we might do it. We might do this once a week.
Maybe see. Fridays, because we have nothing to do tomorrow. And if we have...
so we have tequila first thing Friday morning because we have nothing to do tomorrow? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, but the rest of the day will be fun.
From a sip of tequila?
Yeah, but you're leaning so far away outside of the frame.
That's because I'm hoping that the table can hold me up because of the tequila.
Okay, so give it...
All right.
So what do you smell here, first of all?
Not impressed. I knew you wouldn't be, Mom. Don't watch.
Yeah, please, turn this off.
Well, my taste buds and stuff are still not 100%, babe.
Then why are we doing this?
This was your idea.
Well, no, it was the other guys.
So blame it on some guy we don't even know.
It's a very, like, if you know the smell of tequila, it's a higher end than that.
It's a very smooth. It doesn't give you goosebumps when you smell it.
No, when you smell salsa,
you can smell like the caramel
not
a little
salsa.
bit.
What's the Jose Cuervo? In the U.S., Jose Cuervo is like their number one brand. In Mexico, there's so many different types of brands that I don't think most people.
No, Cuervo is still really popular here. Okay, so.
And Cuervo just means crow.
Yeah.
So Joe Crow.
But again, doing tasting right at this moment isn't really.
Then here, I will take it. You don't even need to taste them. She doesn't. Oh, now she's like, ah! There we go. So what are you tasting? What are you tasting? Normally, you just hold just a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing and tasting it.
And how is it?
You can really taste the caramel, actually. Like, I can really, and it's smooth. I mean, the tip of my tongue is burning a little bit, but that's just from the alcohol. It's a nice flavor. It is very smooth. Yeah, very smooth.
Oh, this tastes more caramelly. It smells caramelly.
It smells sweeter.
Yeah, it's weird.
For sure, yeah. Because this one we've had before, the regular añejo.
It tastes yellow.
We've never it tastes oaky. That's what you're tasting. Yeah. You're tasting the oak flavor, a little bit of caramel, but no sweetness in this one, especially compared to this. This one smells way smoother and way sweeter.
It really does. Now, the interesting thing about tequila is, if you don't know this, I believe it cures COVID. So it is a magical elixir. The doctors here actually give tequila.
Actually, there's a lot of antioxidants in tequila, that is a true thing.
Like the clear smells like candy versus the other one. The other one smells like tequila. This one,
I'm cleansing my palate with coffee.
It really smells like candy. So if you want a sweeter, it almost... Oh, God, it smells really, really good.
We'll see what it tastes like.
It tastes like
tequila. Okay, but you didn't put it in your mouth and... No, but I did.
I did. It tastes like tequila water. It tastes waterier than the other stuff. The other stuff is more robust, more tequila flavor. This is a lot less. You didn't cleanse
your palate between. There's things that you have to do if you want to really.
Okay, go ahead. You do that. I'm going to cleanse my palate.
You can taste the sweetness. You don't get the oaky taste, which is what John is saying, that it tastes watery.
Yeah, it doesn't taste yellow.
But that's the reason that you would have the crystal versus a regular an oaked añejo.
So this is for people that like nice stuff but don't want to taste wood.
Well, not everybody likes oak, that oaky flavor.
You don't.
I'm not crazy about it, but I do like a good añejo. So
that sweetness is very nice. It is very nice. So both are the same. One is filtered to remove the color, and obviously some of the taste comes off of there because it doesn't have that colorness.
It's the oak that you're not tasting, babe. That is.
I'm wondering though, is it still stored in oak, and then they filter it? No, I don't think they distill it.
Or I mean, filter.
I think they filter.
If you filter though, it would take all the tequila flavor out. So I don't know. So, I have a feeling we should look. Well, we will look it up because I think that. Are you looking it up?
Yep, Crystal Añejo.
Yeah, there it is.
Process.
Anyways, so that was that. Cheryl said, "Yay to day drinking." Yeah, we're not really day drinking. We don't have a very busy day though today.
Okay, look at this. Cristalino is usually an añejo or extra añejo tequila that has been filtered with activated charcoal, which is what we do, in order to remove its color and enhance its fruity and floral character. The result is a clear tequila similar to a blanco, which also retains the taste and aroma profile of a tequila that has been barrel aged. It really does. So they've done a good job. I mean, they have really done a good job. Now, in Mexico, those tequilas are about 500 to 600 pesos. So $30 for a bottle. And obviously in the U.S. and Canada, probably a little more.
Poquito más.
In Canada, a crap ton more because they sure like their taxes.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yes, sir. So anyways.
So there you go. You now know that you can have the Trace Generations Añejo, dark or light, depending on what your flavor profile is. My recommendation is to get both because with the dark, you're going to taste that oakiness. Maybe you like a good scotch.
See, and if we wanted to do a high-end margarita, this would actually be good in it because it's got that sweet, slightly oaky taste, but not an oak like an añejo. Okay, so that's done. If anybody has any other questions, let us know.
Please ask us.
Yesterday, we met with the guy that's going to do our awning on our new office.
Oh, yeah.
And so
it was weird because
there was some miscommunication. I think even though we had Liz translating, so we had a Spanish speaker translating, we'd ask him a question, and I'm not sure if we didn't explain it well or she didn't explain it well, but so there was a lot of going back and forth. We finally got it all figured out. I shouldn't say finally. It took 5 minutes. I mean, really, it was not like it was a big deal, but we'd get an answer, and then the answer would be retracted.
Yeah, because originally the color of the awning, they're like, oh, we can do any color. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think so, because I think... And then they're like, well, no, we can't do every color.
Good morning from this overworked and underpaid person. Good morning, Leslie. So we're driving our friend to the airport this morning or early this afternoon. Then we're meeting with the awning gentleman. His name is Jesus.
His name is Jesus.
His name is Jesus. So we're going to go meet Jesus.
We are going to meet Jesus. And this is an interesting thing.
And he's going to bring us the sample colors so we can pick a color based on, I should remember to bring our color palette then.
See,
to make sure that the colors kind of go.
I figured something out here a couple of days ago, and that Jesus turned water into wine, but I could turn wine into vodka. I'm not saying I can do miracles. I'm just saying I can do
I
that.
think that's blasphemy.
I don't think so, because God laughed a little.
I laughed. I'm not God.
Good morning, Donna. How are you today?
Hi, Donna. I love the picture of you and your daughter. My gosh, you guys look like sisters, just like me and my mom. People always will ask me if that's my sister, not my mother.
Yeah.
Now that she's all gray, though, who knows, Mom? We'll have to check it out.
But you're all gray, too.
Shh. I'm not. I have more dark hair left.
So looking here at so you see here all this gray, but there's a lot of gray in here now.
Yeah.
And before it was all dark, and people are like, "Oh, you must get your hair."
Oh, it says
colored.
you're great here. I said gray, not great. Google or Facebook said you were great.
Facebook. You can't deny Facebook. Facebook always tells the truth. It's like the internet and Google. If you're looking for a question and it's there, you're always getting an honest answer. It is not
we're
manipulated.
Silver foxes. You go, Donna. We are.
Yeah. So I had a hairdresser, and she's like, "It looks like you get your hair dyed on the side, and people pay a lot of money to do that." I'm just blessed with good genes that give me high uric acid, so I'm constantly struggling with gout. So yeah, and it was funny because
that's so weird.
Well, no, it's just the genes, right? Like what it does.
Mm-hmm.
So it was years ago. I went to the doctor because I started getting gout attacks in my early 20s, and I was a lot thinner then. And I get the gout. I go to the doctors. They're like, "You got to stop drinking. You got to stop eating all this high purine food. You got to stop doing this." I'm like, "I don't do any of that." And then I went to this one doctor in Sylvan Lake, a South African guy, and he's like, "You just got sucky genes." And he's the only guy who said that, because he said there are some people that just have terrible genes. My grandfathers
Jolene,
both
are
had
we
it.
still frozen? Because Jolene said we just froze.
It's funny because I'm looking and we're moving there. So yeah. Gout is a terrible thing. And if you struggle with gout or have gout, I'm sorry. It used to be this rare thing. And now, unfortunately, because we eat so much, have so much abundance, it is now pretty common.
Morning, Eva.
Morning, Eva. If you want to know about tequila, please just watch the show earlier. We
really didn't explain much about tequila. We just tasted two different kinds.
Yeah, we did. And we still have a lot left over. And Christie's not going to let that go to waste.
But we have a day to do.
Yeah, but I can drive. Christie's like, "You're going too fast."
I don't think I'd get drunk on it.
No, she would. No, I've only seen you slurring maybe 5-10 times in 30-some years. So that's pretty good, I think.
Last night we went, speaking of drinking.
Oh, yeah. We went to
Last night we went to the Cerveceria. Eric really enjoys their beer there. So we went.
I enjoy their beer.
Their beer is good.
I do not drink
beer drinkers.
We
don't.
Their
beer is good.
Really like a beer, but their beers really are good. And
now again, that's weird, Jolene. It must be you because we're watching the other screens and they don't look like they're freezing. So our waiter said, "Well, my bartender wants me to offer you a different type of drink. It's a new one that he's doing, et cetera, et cetera." And so it was on the rocks. It was a pina colada, which I don't usually drink because they're too sweet, with mint.
It looked like it was kissed by a leprechaun.
And mezcal. And it was actually, I don't know, it's still sweeter than what I would normally drink, so I don't know, but I thought I would try it, and it was good. I mean, especially for people that like those kinds of like a pina colada and stuff like that. It really.
The beer, I love their chocolate. Whatever that chocolate beer they
they're
have
stout. It's called the stout.
It is a thick beer, and it's like the way I like my coffee. It's like the way I like everything. I just want it concentrated, full of flavor, and that one is good. And you like the IPA? It's an IPA Paraíso, which is paradise.
A little bit tart, a little bit bitter.
It's sour.
Which I like. Yeah.
If you know anything about the IPV or something, no, it's a sourness scale. I don't know, or tartness. Yeah. And it's like a 45. Mine is like a 25, and they've got lower ones too.
Yeah.
So it's a very tart beer. Yours.
Yeah.
Mine is so good.
I mean, yours. I mean, I've had it a couple of times. Chocolate beer, it sounds good. It
It
actually is.
is so
It would
good.
be similar to like someone that likes a Guinness would like it, although they do serve it cold.
It is
They
cold.
don't serve it warm. So Donna said that she gets to go for her first COVID test. Sore throat and headache last night, 2-day wait in Alberta. Headache is a good sign of having COVID. Lots of people get a headache when they have COVID. Can you taste things? I mean, usually it takes a few days for that to kick in, and then God knows how long for it to get rid of.
If you can't,
but she gets to visit with us because she doesn't have to work. So bonus.
If you can't taste anything, my suggestion is get so drunk you throw up, because you're not going to taste anything.
That's just gross. And I wasn't drunk when I threw up. It was from
No,
food.
no, exactly. It was food. But what I'm saying is it still was the funniest thing I think you've ever said in your life. She's just finished purging herself. It was so exhausting. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, you poor dear. She's like, no, it's okay. I don't taste anything. Just like that. It was so weird. I started laughing. It was hilarious.
I have to say, and I know this is a really gross topic, but I have to say that it was a very odd sensation to vomit, but not, because it does not taste good after it comes back up. We all know that. Yeah. We've all vomited at one point. But yeah, it was weird. We had gone out for dinner with friends. So I had rice earlier in the day because I already hadn't been feeling the greatest, and I still wasn't feeling 100% from, because it was early on after we were first starting to go out after COVID. And then we went out to this restaurant, which they loved. And I'm sure the food was very good. Well, I couldn't taste it. And then I got home. We'd sat on the couch. And I bet you 20 minutes later, I went into the bathroom and...
That's when the fun started. So, yeah. So then Donna says she can taste. I work at the U of L. I'm guessing that's the University of Lethbridge. So there are tons of German kids all over. Most likely a regular germ.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
And isn't that the worst when automatically you are accused of having COVID because you have a normal cold?
You are accused.
Flu. Yeah,
so
you are accused.
Watch this great video yesterday.
She's not complaining. Okay, well, as long as you're happy with it, you get a long weekend.
Watching a video yesterday, and Harry, who used to be Prince Harry, his wife, I can't remember her name, and they're
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, they're meeting with the mayor and stuff. So at the beginning, everybody is all without masks, and they're talking and stuff. Then the photographer's like, okay, it's time to get ready. So they get ready. They all put on their masks for you. So that way we get to see them with masks. But before, nobody has the frickin' masks on. This is what it is. It's all show. It's all control. Sorry, guys.
Eva, are you asking me again if we had COVID? Come on, girl.
We did.
In July, John and I, you were camping. John and I both had COVID. We were both very sick for about 3 weeks. And the only thing that is remaining from having COVID is lack of taste, which some people accuse me of having a lack
You've
of
never
good
had
taste since I married John.
It is kind of true. For 30-some years, people have been saying, Christie, you have no taste. Your husband is terrible. How the hell did you marry him? And I mean, like, I'm right here. What the hell are you saying this to her for? She's laughing, but I'm crying just a little inside. So it's more of a preventative thing. Yeah, we know Shay, our youngest daughter, she was sick and had to have a COVID test. Turns out wasn't COVID. She had like this weird thing called a frickin' disease. Something else.
Oh yeah, minor COVID-19. And smaller waists. That is true. We do have smaller waists. So while I was sick, I was down 20 pounds, but then I didn't eat for probably 10 days or so when I was really sick. So of course, once you start eating again, but out of the 20 I lost when I was sick, I only put 10 back on. So I'm actually, that to me makes sense. And I'm okay with that. So John and I are both down. He's about 45. I'm about 40 down. Yeah. Since we first started this, I can see it in my face the most. I don't show my belly off to people, so I can lie and tell you it's like super flat, which it ain't.
It ain't.
You can see yours though.
I'm just not disagreeing with you. Why are you throwing me under the bus?
But anyways, but yeah, no, we're both feeling, I would say probably 100%.
Yes. Oh my God, I feel
Like
100%.
we have no lingering, except for now John's taste and smell.
Not 100%,
He
but I'm still
pretends
probably
that
in the
it's
95.
really good, but he can't smell my perfume and things like that.
You're not wearing it today.
No.
Okay, good.
Sheila said we both look fabulous, and Jolene said it's more money in the jar because we mentioned the C word.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at the videos,
Yeah,
you're much
I know.
fitter.
We looked at videos from last summer, and I'm like, oh my! And I thought we looked pretty good because by then we'd lost about 20 pounds. I think we gained most of it back while we were up in Alberta. But
Yeah, you all need to leave Canada because we figure you get fatter in Canada.
well, you know what happens, right? So there's a lot of things in Alberta and Canada and the
Poutine.
States.
Poutine.
I like I was telling poutine. Oh, poutine. Oh my gosh.
At Costco.
So I was telling people that once we get back from Texas, because we are going to the state fair, we will be eating out. Well, at least for a few days because we're at the conference. Then with Jolene and Larry, we're going to be spending some time with them, and we're going to be doing, Texas barbecues and some of the things that is famous in Texas. Jolene wants to show us those kinds of things, and I'm like, so probably for at least the first week after we get back, we might not do video with photo or pictures. It might be just a photo. We'll take a still photo of us when we were thinner until we fast for 2 weeks.
Because in Texas, apparently they deep fry
funnel
absolutely
cakes
everything.
and fried everything. Yeah. So
they fry everything.
So go back. So what did we miss? Okay, so Christie's pretty feisty this AM. How much coffee have you had? Ta-da! So Marie, you missed. We sampled. And I know it's weird to do it in the
morning.
In the morning.
They're both añejos.
I
can't believe it.
So
they taste different. They taste uniquely different.
Okay, so Larry is going to teach you how to smoke a brisket, and he's going to teach he's going to teach me how to smoke a turkey.
Wow.
Because they loved smoked turkey. So we might try it.
In Mexico, they love smoked turkey, but it's like fake smoked turkey.
But they buy smoked turkeys here, which to me just tastes like ham. Like when I have a smoked turkey, it just tastes like ham. So that is that is a couple of the things apparently that we're going to be learning. So we may try out our newfound knowledge at Christmas time because we do have a egg that does smoking really, really good. So, not as good as a traditional smoker, but...
Yeah. Now, the one thing I do have to remind people is I am asthmatic. I will not inhale. So if we're going to smoke turkeys, we're going to smoke briskets, I won't inhale because it's going to hurt my lungs.
Smoked everything. Smoked salmon.
Royce. If you're watching this, Royce makes the best smoked salmon in the flippin' world. He does. I mean, whatever his secret is. I even
like his smoked salmon, but I traditionally don't like smoked salmon.
It's candy.
Yeah.
It's magical. And like a good smoked salmon is just delectable.
Delectable.
It's a word I would use for Royce's smoked salmon. Delectable.
So, yeah. So we are definitely looking forward to Texas. 6 days and counting. It's the 24th already. Can you believe it?
Holy
So I guess that's...
7 days, I guess.
7 days.
We leave today, then I'm guessing?
No, we don't leave today.
No, I know. What day of the week do we leave next week, honey?
Friday.
There you go. So, yeah, thank you very much for the good words, John, for delectable. I love words, and I can't think of many, and that's just because as you get older, and also older, things start to get slower. Right, honey?
Yep, I'm just trying to figure out who's arriving from Houston on the 1st.
I think that is that Ernie?
Oh, maybe. Did he send his itinerary?
I don't know.
Someone sent me their itinerary. Cool. What will be the next fruit tree to come into seasons?
Avocados, probably. Avocados do not grow year-round.
No. Well, ours
don't. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I imagine they're seasonal. But yeah, our avocado tree hasn't even flowered yet. And obviously, when we do the building back there, it's all going to come down.
Yeah.
So, which sucks because
So this will probably be our last year of avocados.
Well, I thought last year was.
We thought last year, but we're gonna just hold off on that. We've decided to invest a little extra into our business, instead of into our pool.
The Nancy trees. The Nancy's are little yellow things about this big, and they taste like vomit. But there are people
granddaughters
that
love them.
They do. There are people that love it. Adios, Leslie. Can you move the tree? No, this one's way.
It's
too
massive.
big.
Yeah.
So we do. I think I'm growing another avocado tree. It is one that you can naturally take the seed, grow it, because most avocados you cannot. But this is a naturally occurring avocado, and it's a round avocado. I believe it's called a reed, REED avocado. It's round. It's very yummy avocado.
Yeah, it's nutty almost, and it's not as creamy as your traditional Haas, the ones that go black.
They don't go green, these ones.
These ones don't go black.
Yeah,
they
black.
Go
black.
green.
Sorry, they go green. They don't go black. So it is interesting.
So they're hard to tell when they're ripe because they're not changing colors. And then all of a sudden, like any other avocado, they're dead. They're gone.
You have to feel them. So if you do not feel them every single day, and you'll know very quickly, we let them, see, they don't ripen on the tree. They're like bananas. You may not know this, but bananas do not ripen on the tree. There is nothing called a vine ripened or a tree ripened banana. It doesn't exist. No. You have to cut it for them to go yellow. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they will just age. They will get age spots and they will go brown
rot
and black
on the tree.
Yeah,
and without ever turning yellow. So,
but avocados are the same. Avocados will not ripen on the tree. You have to cut them down. And
then by the time they fall, you need to pretty much eat them like immediately.
And when they fall, they bruise, and that bruise becomes an infection. It gets discolored very quickly.
That makes them spoil faster, the bruise.
And when they fall off the tree, normally, if it's not on sand, because our back lot is sand, they will split, and then bugs get in there. That's how they grow, etc. They fall, and then they break, and then the seed gets out.
So Sheila wants us to take lots of pictures in Texas. We'll try to remember. John used to be really good at taking pictures. Now he's horrible, and I've never been good at taking pictures.
But there's a reason for that. It is a conscious decision.
Yes.
Because for many years,
yay!
Many years, I would take photos, and even though
one of God's tricky creations,
even though I was at the event, I would never remember the event. Because I was always taking photos.
Concentrating on the photos, yeah.
And, it's a sad thing. I'm not a photographer. I mean, I became a photographer.
But he's really, really good. He's got an excellent eye.
I became one. But at the same time now, I don't like doing it. I like to be in the moment. Yeah. I like to enjoy the moment. Because, guys, I'm over 51 now. And I do not have a tremendous number of years left. And I really want to finish enjoying
I just want to touch on Donna's thing really quick. And then we're going to wish everybody a happy weekend. But a coworker went to Africa a couple years ago, and the avocados were huge, bigger than mangoes.
We do have big avocados.
The first place we lived here, we rented it for just a few months, and we had a big van, right? We had our big 15-passenger van, and we got to park it up under a tree, so it was always in shade. We weren't thinking, we didn't know. All of a sudden, we're in the house one night, and I hear this bang, bang. We run outside, and there are massive, theirs were like small footballs. Like those were the biggest avocados I've ever seen.
And we're already big, so it's not a child imagining it. It's us, and they were huge.
Yeah, because we were adults already.
It was weird that we'd park them under there. Because
I don't think we realized that they'd even fall off. I don't even know if we looked up and realized it was an avocado tree until they started falling. And it probably when we first got there, they weren't ripe enough to fall.
When we moved to Mexico, we did not like avocados. They were foreign to us.
Yeah, and Donna, that's a good thing. Do a 5-minute blog in the morning, give the highlights, and then play it when you get back. There will be mornings that we'll do live. We will still go live once in a while. We're going to be downtown for a few days, downtown Dallas for a few days at the Omni Hotel, and that's where our function is. And I don't think those meetings start until and Dallas is the same time zone, so it's not going to be any difference for us.
Let me tell you very quickly about Mexican cell phone programs. So we pay, I think, 600 pesos a month for our phones. We get 7 gigs a month of data, but they double it during the program, so we get 14 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And we can call over 100 countries free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go to Canada or the US, it's just like we're using our regular data. There is no programs that you have to buy in those countries. So we can use our data and everything. So Mexico's cell phone, there's a lot of things that are frustrating about Mexico and buying things here. The cell phones are pretty decent.
The cell phone plans.
The plans.
The cell phones are like everywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably do have some Mexican ones. But anyways, yeah. So as far as Texas goes, I mean, we have all next week to talk about it. But we will go live a few times from Texas.
I think the state fair would be fun.
We'll try to do the state fair as long as we can go somewhere where it's not so crazy loud. Because you know how fairs, I mean, those places can be really noisy.
We need those speakers, the microphones.
Oh, no, we're not carrying all that crap around with us.
No. It just goes here. It's a clips on.
Yeah, no.
Clips on.
No.
Goes to the phone.
No, he just wants to spend more money.
No, we definitely need this stuff because our life, we're going to go more media, more etc. I might get a new camera while I'm up there. I will decide very soon because I really do need to get this stuff.
Yeah, because we only have about 8 high-end cameras. That's it.
They're not high-end cameras.
Yeah, they are.
They're very average cameras. But the new ones now have automatic stability. So if you're taking a video or whatever and you're holding it, even if you're kind of, because you always shake. We always do as humans. But it's got a 5-axis gimbal that is always going and straightening out. So as long as you're kind of, you don't have like Alzheimer's or something like that. No, it's the one? Parkinson's. If you don't have that, you're fine.
All right, you guys. You all have a good weekend. I'm going to have to try to get into that y'all.
Wow.
You guys have an awesome weekend, and we will chat with you Monday.